Have you noticed that lately in America, you basically have to tip everywhere you go? You're buying a coffee? Would you like to leave a 25% tip? Picking up groceries? You want to add a tip? Even self-checkout machines nowadays, after you are checking out everything you need to check out, they will still ask you, do you want to leave a 20, 30, 40% tip? You never know. And tourists, they are absolutely losing their minds over it. They can't believe how tipping here feels less of a choice, but more of a tax. So today we're breaking down how America's tipping obsession started, how it got so out of hand, and why it's actually ruining the country. And don't forget your boy to like this video and subscribe to the channel. Let's go. Believe it or not, tipping was not always an American thing in the beginning. It actually started in Europe as a polite thank you for good service. But when it came to the US after Civil War, it took a darker turn. Employers realized, wait a minute, we cannot pay people and just make customers cover it with tips. And that's how we literally ended up with a minimum wage. Which, get this, is still at $2.13 an hour in many states, and that number literally did not change since literally 1991. So instead of paying fair wages, businesses built an entire industry built on your guilt. Then came the touchscreen revolution, mixed with a bunch of different payment apps, and suddenly every single purchase nowadays, you get basically that awkward moment of, oh, after you're checking out, they will turn that screen, and now that screen is facing you with saying 15, 20, 25, 30% or more sometimes in other stores. Even if the person just handed you a muffin or poured your own coffee or something, you got a tip. And that, my friends, is not what I call gratitude anymore. That is what I call social pressure. Because now everybody wants to compete on who's gonna be leaving the biggest tip, you know? And now even when people hear that you didn't leave a tip, oh, look what kind of asshole you are. You don't deserve to go and eat over there if you don't leave a tip and all of that. Hold on, what are we doing? I am sorry. That is not generosity, that is totally manipulation on your part, because they are making you the person that's responsible for even paying the waiter that's bringing you your food and stuff like that. And especially when they are literally watching over you while you are literally going over the tipping options and all of that. Literally all of that pressure, you can literally feel it everywhere you go. And don't even get me started on other places where you don't expect to pay nothing crazy, you know, but every time they go like, yeah, would you make a donation for this, for this, for this, for this? Most of the time I don't even know what kind of organization or campaign they are trying to work for or all of that, and you just literally end up giving them free money, and you don't even know if that money is truly going for those campaigns that they are promoting and all of that. So that's why I'm saying it feels like it's truly manipulation nowadays, where it is literally up there in your face with a smile. And here is the very messed up parts about this. The workers themselves hate this system. Their income depends on an unpredictable tips, not stable paychecks, and some nights they make bank, other nights they barely scrape by. And because basically tipping became their norm in a way, now businesses are looking at it like, oh yeah, so it looks like they're still making their money, whatever. You know what? We're gonna literally keep the wages just basically how they are, and they will work for their money, you know? And at the same time, when you clearly see that even the customers are like, you know what? Here's the tip, here's the tip, here's the tip. The businessman, the owner and everything, he's like, you know what? It looks like the customers, out of the kindness of their heart, are ready to actually give that money towards this waiters and all of that, because they all understand that they're not making money or making that much money. I mean, seriously, $2.13 an hour? That is craziness. Not even in third countries they are making that less money. So in my opinion, it's just not fair to the workers and to the customers at the same time, because now all the responsibility is on them, and it feels like the owner of the whole establishment is literally just there to basically have his name on the papers saying that yes, he owns everything, so therefore he is able to also do anything he wants, you know. I'm sorry, that should not be the case. Ask anyone Ask anyone that's coming to the US, they are absolutely shocked with how the tip-in game is basically played in here. In Japan, tip-in is considered rude. In France, service charges are built right into the price, but in America, it is completely a guessing game. Tourists are like, wait, hold on, 15, 20%, 30%? For pickup, takeout, what does it mean, you know? Because I am sorry, but when you expect to pay a specific price that's already set and you get to the checkout and now it's a completely different price and now you gotta even start making up your own math in your head just to try and make sense of that price, you go, okay, I didn't know, but now I know, I guess. And honestly, I don't even blame those tourists anymore. They don't even know the rules and the rules don't even make sense nowadays. And from personal experience, it is always best when literally you go throughout your whole experience, you go to an establishment and all of that. And yes, you expect maybe to pay taxes, but you don't expect to pay taxes, fees, tipping, this one, and that. If you go to, for example, Las Vegas, in some restaurants, if you don't know it, they will literally charge you a price of $5 just for a convenience fee of basically you sitting there and having fun, basically. Like the convenience fee, you can even ask for it to get removed and they will gladly remove it, but no one knows why it's there, you know? And it's basically just making extra money for the owners and all of that, which to my opinion is a little bit scammy. Let's talk about it in the comments below, guys. If you think that is scammy too, let me know. But literally when you get to the checkout and now it is about all of these extra goddamn fees, you go like, I shouldn't even have gotten whatever I wanted, you know, because now with on top of it you get all of these goddamn fees. What is it worth anymore now? And here is the truth that no one likes to hear. Tipping culture hides a broken system. It's not generosity, it's a symptom of companies refusing to pay people what they deserve. It is the distraction that makes you think you're helping workers when in reality you're just covering for corporate greed. And now that basically tipping is everywhere, it literally started losing its meaning. And just like back in the day, you were tipping for a great service, nowadays you are basically tipping for a tablet that made you feel bad, for example, or something. Tipping literally used to be a thank you, and now it feels like it became a survival mechanism, one that's completely gone off the rails, you know? America doesn't need more tipping screens. It needs fair wages. So next time that screen flips towards you, don't feel guilty. Feel angry, because this isn't about making it cheap for everybody. It's about demanding a system that actually makes sense, you know? So in my consideration of all of this, I would say let's actually stop tipping everybody and start fixing the real problem where it really begins, you know? But at least make them know, give them a message that the system needs to get fixed. We cannot let our people become waiters and waitresses and all of that and literally just get paid $2.13 an hour. Like, come on, you know? So from that perspective, bring the price a little bit up of whatever you want, but at least everything is covered in that price, you know? And if you guys have another solution for that, let me know down in the comments below. And if you are tired of being guilt tripped about touching a touch screen, well, go and hit that like button. And for more videos, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to your boy's channel, and don't forget, I'll see you in the next one. Peace.